Hi, I'm Mac McCarthy, and I help people with their breakups. And today I'm going to answer a question from someone that I did a video for, and he's made a few comments on videos, and he's a big fan of the channel. And we've corresponded in email a couple times. I asked him, I said, hey, is there a particular question that you'd like me to make a video about rather than just a breakup story? And if you have any comment in the comments out there, if you have a question or an idea for a video that you want answered, I've had people send me these before, and generally 90% of the time I do the best I can and I answer them. I think one of the ones I had a while back, a lady wanted to know how to keep a man attracted after initially attracting the man. She said she couldn't keep attraction, so I made a video on that quite a while ago. I'm not sure the name of that video. I'll have to look it up, maybe put it in the notes here. But anyhow, this man said, hey Mac, how about a video why people go back to partners that cheat? With the explanation, so many are willing and I find it pathetic. Where are you in California was his next question. So I don't currently live in California. I live in Thailand, but I actually am from the Bay Area, San Francisco Bay Area, and I go back and forth. And I have family that lives near Chico, California, so I go back there sometimes. So let's get to this question. How about a video why people go back to their partners that cheat? Okay. First off, every relationship's different. Everyone accepts different things. So cheating, actually, in some cultures, in some relationships, is accepted as hard as it is to believe. And some partners know what's going on. That's why it's okay in some cases. Now, so many are willing to go back. I find it pathetic. Well, that's your personal opinion based on personal experience, I'm assuming. If you feel strongly enough to say someone's pathetic, that means that you're projecting, and something happened in your past experiences where someone cheated on you and you were never willing to go back, and you found it so hurtful and bad that you now judge others that go back. And that's probably what happened. Now, I'm not judging you for that. I'm just saying how we are a slave to our past experiences. So right now you have a very negative outlook on cheating because it most likely, like I said, it's happened to you in some way, or you experienced it as a kid, like maybe between your parents, and you have a completely negative outlook on it. I know a woman that I was helping in a live coaching, and we were talking, and she said she doesn't mind if her partner cheats from time to time, and her father used to have a couple girlfriends on the side at all times, and her mother was completely accepting, and it was due to culture, she said, and was completely accepting of him having outside affairs. And then one day, like 20 years into the relationship, she decided she didn't want to accept it any longer, so the hammer dropped. But she was accepting all that time, and the way it affected this woman is she now accepts cheating even more because she doesn't want to get a divorce like her parents did. You see how that works? So when you got opinions, they're based on experiences or traumatic experiences. And the fact that you feel this strongly why people go back to partners that cheat, they're so pathetic. It's case by case, my friend, and you don't know the parameters. For example, let's say someone has 3 or 4 kids and they're married. I'm just going to throw out some scenarios. They have 3 kids, they're married, they're middle class, they both have pretty good jobs, but they both need the income to support the 3 children. Maybe one kid's training to be a boxer, one kid's in violin training, whatever. And they're doing the best they can, giving their kids everything they can, and one of them cheats. One of them admits to cheating, that it's been going on for a couple months, it was the wrong thing, they don't want to do it anymore, and they want to come clean. Now, if that partner chooses to forgive them and move on because they're married and they got 3 kids, I'm not saying to say yes or no to that. That's a decision for them to make, but I certainly wouldn't call them pathetic. I would say that they're really trying to make it work for the family, and I'll take it a step further on this. I just saw this quote in a TV show, and I thought it was really, really, really good because she said, here, let me rewind. What's cheating to you, too? Is it a kiss? Is it have to be sleeping together? That's the whole other thing. What's the definition of truly cheating? Everyone has a different definition. There's people that say, oh, I kissed someone else. I can't believe I cheated. Some other people are like, I'm not going to say anything. That was just a kiss. It didn't matter. Let me rewind back, though. This girl in this show, or this woman, I should say, in this show, cheated on her boyfriend, admitted it right away, didn't sleep with the guy, but hooked up and kissed. And we felt really guilty about it. The guy didn't take her back. He said he couldn't get this out of his head. She came back to him. She goes, look, I want you to love me more than hating what I did. I'm butchering this. I want you to show that you love me more than hate what I did. So that's an interesting way to put it, because you just hate something someone did. You really despise that. You can't get over it, but love can overcome it in certain situations. Now, you may think I'm defending this. Some ways I might be, but I'm just saying that I can completely understand why there's certain cases and certain people's values that allow them to go back to a partner after they cheat. Now, here's the thing. Is it possible for them to cheat again? It's actually more likely, because something in their pattern or something in their makeup makes it okay for them to cheat. And if they got away with it once, they're probably going to do it again. That doesn't mean that everyone that gets forgiven doesn't only do it once. There's exceptions. So there's a lot of little twists and turns to this kind of a question, but just to outright generalize that people are pathetic because they take back an ex that cheated on them isn't really fair. You got to know the circumstances. You got to know their personal values. You got to know what was accepted in the relationship. And if it's the first time, people like to give some second chances, right? If it happens a second time and you do it again, or a third time, that could be called pathetic, because you're doing the same thing over and over again. And like I said, if the fourth thing is, what's your reason? What's your reason? You know, some people send me a message like they cheated because things were really stale and really bad, and then when they cheated and they broke up, they realized how much of a good relationship they had. So they needed to get smacked in the mouth. There's all kinds of different twists and turns and variables involved. And that's why I tell people to send me your breakup story, the personal, tailored vision of what you think went on, so I can give you my take as an outside, unbiased, objective individual that's not going to judge you completely, but look at your story and go, all right, well, this is where I think you kind of got it wrong. This is where you probably need to reframe it to serve you. And, you know, if I had 10 cheat stories, you'd have 10 different perspectives on what cheating is and what cheating does to people and if it's acceptable. So I hope that answers the question for you. And I'm not telling you to get rid of your belief that it's not a good thing to cheat and that people that go back are pathetic, if that's your belief. But where it's coming from is probably past experience. And you're not probably taking into account the whole vision of how many different aspects and variables other people have on their relationships when they actually do decide to take someone back. For the record, me personally, if I got directly cheated on, and as far as I know, there's a few times in my relationships I've questioned things, but I didn't know. That's a dangerous thing a path to go down in a relationship, to assume or accuse someone of cheating and you don't know. If I was broken up and I found out they were going out with someone else and seeing someone else, for me personally, I would most likely be done. I would be done. Just because it would be hard for me to get over the fact that you got caught with someone else. It would be really difficult. So, and that's just me personally. That's ego. But is it possible that I could forgive? Yeah. If the story was right, the story lined up, and at the time, I felt like the circumstances were fair. They were reasonable. But hope that answers. I went on a tangent there. Good question. Thanks for asking. Anyone in the comments, you got a question or a video suggestion, please let me know. Otherwise, please visit writemac.com if you've got a breakup story to tell or you'd like to book a live coaching. Thank you for supporting the channel.